host Dani, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, fills up your day. Good morning Frederick, rise and shine. The city's so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Good morning Frederick, rise and shine. A city so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Your host Dani, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, fills up your day. Good morning Frederick, rise and shine. City's so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Good morning Frederick, rise and shine. A city so lively, gotta make it mine. From downtown streets to the Carroll Creek view, there's something special here, you feel it too. Your host Dani, here to guide the way with a big smile. She brightens up your day, fills up your day. Good morning Frederick, rise and shine. A city so lively.
Hi, I'm Michelle Payton with Pulling for Veterans, and you're watching Good Morning Frederick.
Oh, what? See? Oh, Lord, have mercy. I'm telling you, I got to get used. I had it fixed for the open and not for me. Well, there you go. I mean, look, this little is not such a big deal, I guess. Good morning, Frederick. Today is Monday, March 3rd. I am your host, Dani Gurry. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. I had a great evening yesterday. Got to see Scotty McCreery and Spencer Crandall opened for him. I've been following Spencer on TikTok for I don't even know how long. And it was really enjoyable. The Maryland Theater is so nice. I haven't been up there in a long time. And I think last year I went and saw a comedian or a comedy special. Maybe it was the year before that. I can't even remember. But such a nice theater. Getting out, I'm assuming, is very similar like Frederick, where the lines to pay for parking. I do not think they do what Frederick does at the Weinberg, where you can exit straight into the parking garage and just pay them and go. Also, my husband noted the Hagerstown parking deck, much more expensive, double what it is in Frederick. $2 an hour there. I think we're only $1 an hour here. So anyway, it was a really nice evening, though. I'm exhausted, though. I tell you, now I'm 100% and I'm going 300 miles an hour. Want to say good morning to Tara Flannery. Good morning to Mama Cone. She's got the green hearts going for St. Patrick's Day. She's excited because she's heading out of town soon for the warmer weather in the South. I'm very jealous. Say good morning to Michelle Payton. We saw her last evening with Nick Walker at the concert, and it was really, really a great show. And you got to listen to WFRE to get tickets to some of these shows. There's a lot of great concerts coming up. I know we've given away tickets to Blake Shelton and who else? Somebody else was coming up. And I think we might be giving away tickets to Luke Bryan coming up here soon. So you got to be tuning in to 99.9 WFRE. All right, let's see what is happening on this Monday. We're going to go over, you're going to hear trending stories with Dani and Marco. I'm going to go over a highlight of the events that are happening. I just spent about an hour and a half entering tons of things, including the farmers markets, into the calendar, as well as a bunch of really cool events in the town of Thurmont. I had no idea there were so many great things that went on up there. I'm going to have to check those out. Then you're going to meet Thor. She's 7 and needs a home. She is our possum pet of today. And then Andrea, A Mother's Rest, this month's nonprofit, you're going to hear about what she has done. The first of its kind in the country, and it's growing, which I like. Erin Lawson is with me from United Way of Frederick County talking Unity campaign about another 9 days. I think it goes to the 19th. I think it does. I'll have to double check that, but she'll make sure that she gets that information correct. And yes, so all the merch that is purchased in March is going to benefit A Mother's Rest. Once you hear the story from Andrea, you're going to be running to the home of Everything Frederick to pick up your Good Morning Frederick merch, because what she's doing is nothing short of extraordinary. The shop will be open Wednesdays to Sundays, 11 to 4. If you can't get to the shop 11 to 4, Wednesdays to Sundays, please message me. I will meet you somewhere. I will get you whatever you want. I still have not had time to do the online ordering yet. I am working on it, but I want to get you your green shirts for St. Patrick's Day. Or, of course, if you want anything else, let me know and I will get it for you, and we'll meet up and we'll have a little chit chat, and I'll get you your stuff. And A Mother's Rest is going to be the beneficiary of all of that, which is phenomenal. And I can't do it without your help. So I appreciate each and every one of you for purchasing and making sure that we can help as many local nonprofits as possible and give them as much as humanly possible. I certainly can't do any of that without each one of you supporting. All right. Well, let's go ahead and get Monday going. All right. I'm sorry. I'm typing because I noticed I did not include something, and now I realize it's not even on my calendar of events, but I will get it fixed. Don't you worry. All right. We want to thank our show sponsor, Rita's Italian Ice and Frozen Custard. I believe Tuesday they are going to be packed. They're open daily, noon to 9 p.m. You can get a hot pretzel or iced coffee along with your custard. Gelati for me, always mango gelati with vanilla custard. I've tried other things and I do like them. It's just the mango gelati says Rita's to me, but there's a ton of options for you. If you can't get to Rita's, they can come to you. Order on Grubhub, DoorDash, Uber Eats. They do this special deep freeze thing so that your order will get to you nice and cold and not all sloshy. Rita's also has a mobile unit available if you have an event and you want them to come out, or they can cater. There is no reason to not have Rita's. 538 West South Street. You can visit them. All right, my brother and I chat about the trending stories on the internet, and you get to enjoy our conversation right here.
Hello, and welcome to the show. It is your trending stories. It's Marco, it's Dani, it's Monday. It is, we're officially into spring now, if you can believe that.
Really officially in spring.
I thought there was a first day of, well, yeah, I guess daylight
March
saving time.
20th.
Okay.
Yes, but it's daylight saving.
Right. Spring forward, fall back, which means we lost an hour of sleep, which is why I look like ass. It's just not, it's always fun because I like having the light at night, but boy, losing an hour of sleep's not great either.
You never realize how 1 hour of sleep can just throw off. I mean, for me, it's days it takes to get used to just that 1 hour.
Yeah, it's never good. It's tough. They say actually there'll be so be careful going to work today if you haven't already. But they said today's like the most accidents all around the earth will be happening today. Just 1 hour of sleep will jack humanity up so much. It's the worst day to be outside driving.
Crazy though. I mean, there are days we've gotten up an hour earlier to go about doing our thing, and it doesn't seem to have that big of an effect. And really, the clocks went forward Saturday night, early Sunday morning, and so you had a whole day Sunday to become adjusted, but yet still messed up on Monday.
Oh yeah, boy! Like it's never like it just was the worst thing that could ever happen. So we'll see. Just be careful if you're out and about. Today is also really the first day for tampering for NFL's free agency. A lot of signings and stuff happening. I know the Commanders re-signed Bobby Wagner, which was big. Zach Ertz. I just saw where the Commanders were thinking about maybe getting the guy from the Browns, but he has signed.
Okay. I'm a little upset with Ertz. I mean, I'm glad we got him back, but he killed my 4-leg parlay last season. I just needed him to do one thing, and he did none of it. So I'm a little upset with him, but I am glad he's back on the Commanders.
I needed it for one thing. Well, yeah,
one thing only.
Yeah, he had a good year. It's good to bring him back.
He did.
Not in your parlay per se, but
not my parlay for that one game. That's okay.
Yeah. So lots of signings, lots of people moving. This will be a frenzy until the draft comes up. So yeah. So we got a lot going on here. Daylight savings time. Obviously the draft coming up, the free agency and football. And a lot of fun going on in your household too, right?
Oh yeah, always a lot of fun. Last night saw Scotty McCreery, Spencer Crandall open for him at Maryland Theater in Hagerstown. Great show, actually. I didn't even realize Spencer Crandall was opening for Scotty. I didn't really even look much into it. I was able to get tickets through work, and I'm friends with Spencer on TikTok, so I of course had to tag him saying he did a great job. I was very surprised he was there, and I told my husband, I was like, I should have messaged him before. I probably would have been able to get backstage, but I wasn't that invested in it. But Scotty McCreery did a great job. Hard to believe it was 2011 when he was on American Idol as a 16-year-old. He's now 30 years old, married, now has a son.
Yeah.
And I tell you, hit after hit he played, and then stuff off his new album, I think, which just came out. So it was a great show.
Yeah, Scotty, great in concert, and a great person. I've had a chance to meet him a few times. And still, when he was 16 on American Idol, had that real. He did. I just was funny because one of his, I don't know if it was a memory or whatever, came up on one of my feeds, and it was his first one. He sang Josh Turner. Oh, come on, baby, turn the lights down low.
I know. I'll never forget that. That's when I used to watch American Idol. I haven't probably watched it since 2011, but yeah, I mean, I'll never forget when he came out and opened with that, and the faces of everybody were like, what the heck? This skinny 16-year-old from North Carolina just literally dropped his balls on the floor. I don't know.
Yeah, that voice. Unbelievable. But good for him. He's great in concert. He's a super nice guy, too, and I like to see him get all the success that he possibly gets.
One of the things we really enjoyed about the concert is he used, as the video backdrop, a lot of personal photos from his wedding, his son's birth, of course, 5 more minutes with his grandfather, pictures of them. I mean, it was just really, really sweet, and he was a great storyteller throughout the whole show. And again, Spencer Crandall was talking about how he opened for Lauren Elena. Of course, now Scotty McCreery, he's on the American Idol opening act tour, and he's just waiting for Carrie Underwood. So there you go.
Yeah, I mean, it is pretty amazing the full circle coming on there.
Yeah.
Speaking of TikTok, I don't know if you've seen, but Casey Anthony making her way back much to the chagrin of a lot of people who are like, what is going on? I mean, even giving this person a platform, can we what's the story with that?
Well, here's the thing. Came up on my FYP, and she just comes right in like, we don't know who she is, and is talking about how she's now an advocate for something. I don't even know what, because I was so dumbfounded that she's so casual
Yeah.
about this whole her history. I just have to say, similar to OJ Simpson, I guess, just being so, I don't know, disconnected from what the American people feel, know, think. Yeah, everyone is up in arms about it, though she did gain 60,000 followers, but I'm wondering if that's more about people wanting to see the train wreck
Yeah.
than anything else. But wow, I mean, read the room, my friend. Seriously, people are not over that yet. Somebody mentioned how sad it is that her daughter would now be 20 years old.
Wow.
How nuts is that? Never got a chance to see even her teenage years, and just freaking awful.
Yeah, I mean, it is, the funny thing, and it's not funny really, I guess, but like with OJ, with her, with these people that commit these crimes, they go on with their life, and after 10 or to them, everything now is back to normal, but everybody else is like, what is good? They don't even know, what's happening.
That's what I'm saying, though. I don't know if that's the narcissistic behavior or whatever that is, but it is very self-involved. And it is, you obviously have surrounded yourself with people who say, oh, yeah, girl, go out and do it.
Do
it's
your
great.
thing.
People have forgotten. There's other things they're on. Well, no. American people have not forgotten. And, no, I mean, how even they talk about, even in prison, like child killers and all of that are like the lowest of the low people. No one likes those innocent children being hurt or killed or whatever injured. Yeah. And for her to just, again, it was very casual, her comeback. And she kind of says, for those that don't know, I'm Casey Anthony. And then that's kind of it. And you're thinking, oh, yeah.
Oh, we know.
Our memories are not that far.
We know. Yeah, it is. It's bizarre. It really is bizarre. But what do you do? You know what I mean? Like, it just.
Well, everybody's got a platform to use, and there will be people who, jump on that train. And I just, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I mean, it would be different if she paid her dues for real, but she didn't, and so she's acting like nothing ever happened, I think.
Yeah, well, it is going to be very awkward. I'd like to see exactly how it all goes down for sure. Because, I mean, a lot of it is the train wreck thing. But, like you said, everybody's got a platform. And, I guess if I mean, hey, who knows? I don't know. It's hard to, on one hand, you want to see people get rehabilitated and get back with their lives. That's maybe
what I'm saying about, I don't know if she really paid her dues, like there's no remorse still. It's not like she came out and had this confession of guilt and remorse and asking people, to hear. I don't know. I just think the way she came off was insincere, and I don't know. It freaks me out that you can do that as a parent. I don't know.
It is weird, man, for sure. Well, we are right in the middle of March, and that brings March Madness right to the forefront. Here's a little something that you gave, so we'll play it here.
So here's the thing. My FYP is mostly filled with dogs, cats, comedy, some fashion. Every now and then a really sweet story comes across my FYP that's sports related. This happened to be one. And when it came across, I'm like, who's this guy? Spencer Hubbard. What?
Yeah.
So of course I had to dig a little deeper. Now my whole FYP is full.
Oh, of course.
Well, and as a Maryland Terps fan, I don't like having Duke basketball on my FYP. However, this is a great story. Spencer Hubbard was a walk-on to Duke, and 5'8", and comes in and does does what the team wants him to do, and does really well.
Kind of like the modern day Rudy, I guess.
It is a kind of modern day Rudy. He actually, I saw a video not long after I was kind of digging around where he just got the scholarship. So he's now, came as a walk-on and is now a roster
Look how short this
team.
Oh,
I know, but he's 5'8", dude. He towers over you and I.
I know, but I mean, jeez. I mean, look at this. Let me see if I can get look at this.
I know. Look at that.
Goodness.
So funny. But anyway, you love those hard work. I saw where the coach was talking when he told him that he was a full member. I don't know how that works with walk-ons and all that, how they decide. But anyway, and the players, the rest of the players were just so excited for him and so happy, and you just love that spirit. Somebody like that is infectious, where they just work really, really hard to try to get there, and you love when that pays off. So,
well, it is. And what's funny is the players that get the scholarships, they're usually the biggest cheerleaders of people like that, because they've already gotten their dues. They've already gotten their scholarship, and they know, and they want to see somebody that has had to really work for something to make it. So they always love that sort of.
Well, and here's the story for all the kids out there, because you got kids who grow up who want to be in the NBA or NFL or whatever it is, and they got to get to college and all of that. That heart has so much to do with your success. The more heart you have, the more drive, the really it just shows you can do great things when you have a lot of heart and a lot of hard work. So
yeah. For sure. Speaking of heart and hard work, being a parent is tough. And then, of course, anytime you have to, before you actually have, a child, you always wonder, like, when you're on a plane and you're like, what's going on here? And you got this pretty cool story here.
So this video just came across my FYP. It says, I want to cry. A mom with her newborn in front of me on the plane gave me this. She's already so busy and took the time to make these bags for everyone. And the bag says, it's my first flight. I made a deal to be on my best behavior, but I can't make any guarantees. I might cry if I get scared or if my ears start to hurt. Here are some treats to make your flight enjoyable. Thank you for being patient with us. Have a great flight. So before you have kids and you're flying on planes, you think, when you hear a crying baby, you're like, oh my gosh, what the heck? I'm on a 4-hour flight. The kid's been crying, blah, blah, blah. Once you have a child and you've traveled with children, and perfect example for me, I had kids. I lived in Australia. I flew with Brody when she was just 6 weeks old, which means Cooper was 2.
Right.
I had a 2-year-old and a 6-week-old. It was me and my sister-in-law flying overseas. And you panic as a parent every time they even squeak a noise.
Yeah.
And you really are conscientious about it, but there's nothing you can do. Like, you try everything. Well,
when you're younger, the kid starts off, you're like, oh my God, what are we doing? But then that's the thing, when you become a parent, you realize there's nothing you can do, and there's nothing you want more than your child to behave.
Yeah.
Then you really understand. But I mean, look at this pack here. I mean, this thing must have cost, and she gave one to everybody?
She gave one, I think, just to the people around her. So probably in this rows in front and the rows behind. I don't know how many people. I read some of the comments, and people like, look, you don't have to do that. We're all parents. And somebody wrote, hey, if somebody doesn't have noise canceling headphones by now, that's on them. Like, you should they're easily accessible.
Yeah.
But I thought it was a very sweet thing to do. And here's what it did. And that's why this guy reacted this way. You remember that people are human, that's a person, right? Dealing with that. It could be a mom that's traveling by herself with her child, or, even with a family, but typically the moms are responsible for the young ones, and it's just a person, right? It made it very human instead of this somebody up there. You know what I mean? And I think again, not that you have to do things like that, but it does just remind people that you're just human and your baby is as well. And I'll never forget one flight. We were stuck on the tarmac for literally 2 hours. And Cooper was 2. I don't know if Brody was this was probably one of those flights. Because I think we had to fly through Philadelphia and we got stuck on the tarmac. And they wanted us to remain buckled. A 2-year-old for 2 hours in a hot ass plane, sitting still, doing nothing. That was my biggest nightmare. It was the worst. It felt like 40 hours. It was the worst flight ever. And I'm stressed and anxious trying to keep him quiet and they wouldn't even let me unbuckle him in the seat next to me just to move around a little bit, where I'm like, we're freaking sitting here. Come on.
Yeah.
Crazy. Horrible. Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. You know, if you want to go places with your kids, that's, you got to travel with them. And everybody's got to just chill out. That's all.
Yeah. That should be on a t-shirt. Everybody just chill out.
Use a little grace and humility. Even if you don't have kids, it is really stressful for the parents. I can tell you that. It's not that we don't care. It's just these kids have minds of their own, unfortunately. So
once you have a child, you know that there's nothing you can do is going to stop all that.
Well, if you don't have a kid, but you have a cat, thinking of taking that cat on a trip and trying to restrain it for hours.
Yeah, I have a cat that's getting ready to go back to the pound if she doesn't keep off my couch, so I know what you mean there. All right, well, Dani, thank you very much. Make sure you hit share, like, comment. We appreciate you being here, getting your trending stories. What else are you working on today for Good Morning Frederick?
Well, today, of course, is Monday, so that means Possum Pets is on. We will have an adoptable pet for you. We're also talking with Erin Lawson from United Way of Frederick County about the Unity campaign. And we got a lot of good stuff coming up, and you got to mark your calendar for our 1-year anniversary on April 1st. Do not miss it. It's going to be huge.
I hear it's going to be amazing.
It is.
All right. Well, there you go. Thank you very much, Dani. Make sure you hit share, like, comment, send this to your friends and family, and make sure you check Dani out each and every day right here on Good Morning Frederick. Thanks for stopping by. Your trending stories right here. I'm Marco. That's Dani. Have yourself a great morning.
Trending steady. It's trending on Twitter.
It's huge. It's trending all over the internet.
No, how about those stories? I love it. I love it. All right, we're going to take a quick break. Then we're going to go over what's happening in Frederick. We're going to give you a highlight of some of the events because we don't have enough time to go over them all. Possum Pets is after that. Then Andrea from A Mother's Rest. And then Erin Lawson from United Way. We got a packed show for this Monday. All right, we're going to get to it right after all this.
Cosmec Healing handcrafted small batch tinctures and transdermal salves. Double third-party tested for quality you can trust. If you've got pain, headaches, or anxiety, our products are here to help you find relief. Patient over profits mindset, 'cause we're patients too. CosmecHealing.com.
Real estate goddess, yeah. She's the one to get you there. Homes and dreams are perfect, yeah. Shining finally beyond compare.
There's no more essential piece of jewelry than your wedding band, and Colonial Jewelers Wedding Band Weekend is the best time to get one. Enjoy the area's largest selection of quality, made-to-last wedding bands in every price range and style, and all on sale. Save an extra $100 on your purchase when you book an appointment, and take advantage of our special financing options. Colonial Jewelers Wedding Band Weekend, March 20th through 22nd. The Colonial Jewelers box. There's just more in it.
This portion of Good Morning Frederick is powered by Ken's Automotive and Transmissions, Total Car Care. Need an oil change or brakes? Ken's Automotive and Transmissions can take care of that. How about exhaust or engine work? Ken's Automotive and Transmissions can do that too. No matter what you need for your car, Ken's Automotive and Transmissions is Total Car Care. Go to kenstrans.com to schedule an appointment today.
All right. happening in Frederick is sponsored by Atlas Wood Floors. They've been serving the area for more than 34 years. They do wood floors, luxury vinyl plank, anything you can put on your floor, they can handle. Call Atlas Wood Floors today, 301-948-9663. That's 301-948-WOOD. Or go to atlaswoodfloors.net. Remember, when you call, you're going to ask for Jeff. He's going to take great care of you. All right. We've got Frederick Bites and Bevs happening this week. This is collab week. So you have to go to frederickbitesandbevs.com. Yeah, I do. Oh, no, sorry. Bitesandbevsfrederick.com for reservations and menus. Now through March 19th is the Unity Campaign fundraising, and Erin's going to tell us all about that in just a minute. March 12th, that's this Wednesday. It is the rescheduled date for cocktails and conversations. Come by the home of Everything Frederick at 401 North Market Street from 5 to 7. We're going to be there hanging out. It is a great group each month. We typically do it the first Wednesday of each month, but last week there was that crazy storm. We didn't want people out in it, so we rescheduled to this week. So please, come on out. It's going to be a great time. March 13th is your second chance to go see Boomtown at 5, 6, and 7:15 p.m. at Warehouse Cinemas. Remember, you got to get your tickets through the links shared by Boomtown. You can't go to Warehouse Cinemas and buy them there. March 14th, Shamrock Lucky Bingo at the Elks to benefit American Cancer Society. March 15th is this Saturday. I added it and didn't add this one. All right, so 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. at the home of Everything Frederick, our own Shannon from the Healing Storm is going to be set up at the shop. Outside of it's nice, inside of it's not so nice. I have room for 2 more vendors on Saturday and 3 vendors on Sunday. If you want to come hang out at the home of Everything Frederick, you'll get some social media, you'll get some good conversation, you get to hang out with us, and hopefully we get you some new customers. So come on out. If you're interested in a booth space for this Saturday or Sunday, just let me know. And I'm on WFRE from 3 to 7. And then it is the 20th annual Retro Prom this Saturday from 7 to 11. March 15th and 16th, Saturday and Sunday, is the 50th annual Home and Garden Expo at the fairgrounds. And from 10 to 2, it is the Maple Syrup Festival at Cunningham Falls State Park. March 19th, coming up very soon, I would love for you to join me at the Spring Sip and Paint. It is at the home of Everything Frederick. We are ushering in springtime, and we're going to have some snacks and beverages, adult and others, to do that. And we're going to donate money to a charity we get to decide on the evening, March 19th. March 27th, sign up for the Craft of Brand Personality. It is a presentation with networking and the Cocktail Lab. It is at 10th Ward. It is from 5 to 7 p.m. Great event. High Rock is so skilled at brand marketing. I really love the stuff they do. I'll be there. March 28th, it is the 2nd annual Battle for South Mountain, and that benefits the Frederick County Mental Health Association. Their 60th anniversary this year. March 29th, get your kids out. Ages 6 to 17 kids can learn how to turkey hunt and trout fish. It is at the Catoctin Fish and Game. It's in Myersville and sounds like an amazing event. April 1st is our 1-year anniversary of Good Morning Frederick. Oh, goodness. I got some planning happening. It's going to be a great time. You got to make sure, put it on your calendar now, 9 to 11, okay? You can come down to the home of Everything Frederick. You can watch the stream, but you want to watch. We're going to have some big stuff. April 12th, 8:30 a.m., disc golf tournament at Emmetsburg, benefiting the Seton Center. You can register at discgolfscene.com. Oh, I don't know why this text is so small, and I'm getting so old. The week of April 14th, we've got a county-wide egg hunt that we are putting on. Good Morning Frederick is going to be hiding eggs around the county. I am working on the prizing right now, but I know one of the top prizes is $500 in cash. And Maryland Lottery is going to be providing some prizing as well. Big prizing, I'm going to tell you. And we'll have every single egg will have a prize. And it's going to be a lot of fun. You're going to need to make sure you like Good Morning Frederick's Facebook page. And I will explain as we get closer how this is going to work. But if you want to be a part of it, if you're a local business and you want to be a part of it, maybe you want us to hide an egg near your place of business or something like that, you can let me know. We can maybe do that. All right, April 9th, 19th to 26th, it is Thermont's Restaurant Week. April 24th is Ship's annual lip sync battle, and that is at Attaboy Warehouse, Barrel House. And April 26th is Andrea's House Rise and Renew Gala at the Della Plain Arts Center. Tons of great events going on here in Frederick. I tell you, we are so lucky to live where we do. If you have an event you want included on the calendar, all you have to do is email it everythingfredericklive@gmail.com or message me through social media, and I will do my best to get it on for you. I'll definitely add it to the calendar, though. That's no problem at all. All right, are you looking for a new possum pet? Oh, well, we've got Thor, and Thor is a she, and she's an adorable kitty who needs a home. Even if you can't adopt, maybe share with somebody who can.
Meet Thor, this week's Pet of the Week. Some people may be surprised to learn that Thor is a girl. She arrived with the name, and she seems to respond when called, so shelter staff decided to keep it. Thor is approximately 7 years old. She is very confident, friendly with strangers, and loves to be pet. Thor does have a heart murmur that requires no additional care now, but will need follow-up vet visits. Also, Thor arrived with a few mats that needed to be clipped and will need regular brushing to ensure her coat stays tangle-free. During the month of March, Frederick County Animal Control and Pet Adoption Center is celebrating March Madness. Adopters can shoot for their discount, and most adoption fees will range from $7.50 to $20. The shelter is open Monday through Saturday. If you're interested in meeting Thor or any other animal at the shelter, please make a reservation at visit fcac.as.me or give us a call at 301-600-1546 and we'd be happy to make that reservation for you.
Aw, look at Thor. She's got that little white chest. How adorable. So adorable. All right, we're going to take one more quick break, and then we're coming back with Andrea from A Mother's Rest, who is our nonprofit of the month, and Erin Lawson from United Way of Frederick County, talking Unity campaign to benefit more nonprofits. This town has a ton of nonprofits for sure. We're going to get to that right after this.
Dream Free Art, Frederick's first and only splatter room. New location, new beginner-friendly artful shenanigans for all ages. Come fling paint and make a masterpiece in Dream Free Art's splatter room, or join us for a fun and unique art experience. Book your next birthday party, corporate event, date night, or family outing at dreamfreeart.com to unleash your inner artist today. Dream Free Art. Free your creativity.
Travel better with Antietam World Travel Service, your gateway to worry-free journeys. With their extensive network, unmatched experience, and personalized services, you can explore the world with confidence and ease. When you work with Antietam World Travel Service, you get convenience, experience, and connections. Go to AntietamTravel.com now and get started on your dream vacation. Oh, who does not want a dream vacation right now? I know I do. All right, A&S Construction is a local and award-winning woman and minority-owned business, and they are located right here in Frederick, serving Frederick County and surrounding areas. A&S Construction specializes in roofing and siding. They can also take care of any windows or gutters. If you have your gutters clogged right now, you are going to be in some trouble when the rains come for April showers, bringing May flowers. You don't want it to spill out over the top and potentially get into your basement. Contact 301-703-2157. You can call Sandra, ask for her directly. ANS Construction is her company. Or you can email info@ansconstruction.net. Remember, you get $750 off any roof or siding replacement or $50 off any roof repairs. Go ahead, screenshot right now. I'll wait. Excellent. All right. Take a screenshot and then give her a call. Sandra is amazing and she will take great care of you. All right. Let's see. Oh, Andrea from A Mother's Rest. Now, I have to apologize. Her sound is excellent. We had some issues with her video. Sometimes if you're not on high-speed internet or you have a lot of things running, the video kind of stops and stutters. However, the sound is excellent, which is good. So just don't even pay attention to that part of it. But the story is so important. I didn't want to have to take time to re-record it and delay her at all. A Mother's Rest is an amazing organization, and it is the first of its kind in the United States, which is stunning to hear. Here she is. Well, this job has allowed me to meet some amazing people that I did not know before I started Good Morning Frederick. And Andrea Roberts is one of those who founded A Mother's Rest. Welcome to Good Morning Frederick.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so I had not, I had heard or seen a post on social media not terribly long ago, but I had never heard of the organization before. I'm very excited to not only be finding out more today, but to announce to our audience that A Mother's Rest is our nonprofit of the month for March for all of our Good Morning Frederick merch. So please, Andrea, tell me a little bit about A Mother's Rest and how and when you founded it.
Sure. I will try to keep it short. It's a long, complicated story, but my son has Down syndrome, and A Mother's Rest was founded to create space, sanctuary space for moms like myself to come just rest and decompress for 3 nights over the weekend. There are a lot of special needs moms in the area, a lot of family caregivers in the area. And so what we do is to create bed and breakfast type experiences for these moms that are affordable, like really low cost, for them to come all year round, every weekend, and anytime that they're able to get away. So in Maryland, there in Newmarket, we have our Terrace Guest House. And that is the first in the nation Respite Inn for caregivers that's open year round. We also have a second inn in North Georgia that does the same thing. And we also partner with dozens and dozens of other actual bed and breakfast partners around the country to host these events the same way.
Holy cow. So you're based here in Frederick County?
Yes, Newmarket. Mm-hmm.
And then, so what made you pick Georgia? Was that a place you had already purchased and thought this would be a good place too?
No, actually, Georgia was just the opportunity to expand to another, like to support Southeast region families. So people from, Atlanta and Columbia and Charlotte in that area to be able to support those families there.
That's unbelievable. What a gift you are to caregivers who I know are 24/7 on duty and don't typically have this opportunity. So how many moms can you host in Newmarket?
So we have 7 rooms in Newmarket now and 4.5 baths. So it's, some rooms have private bathrooms, but the others just share. And it actually works pretty well. For myself, I feel like if we had a bathroom in every guest room, that would be ideal. But
Sure.
we took a 1798 tavern home right there on Main Street in the historic district, and just made it a new home away from home for these moms and dads and couples from the Mid-Atlantic region that come every weekend.
Wow. I
Yeah.
mean, that is truly amazing. I really, I mean, I don't. And so are you saying that you're a Mother's Rest? There aren't any of these anywhere else until you kind of started to get them going?
That's correct. We are the first in the nation. Mm-hmm.
What's wrong with us? That's nuts. I mean, I'm happy for you in the sense and happy for us that we have it here in Frederick County, but wow, that is really, really unbelievable. So when a family, how do families book time to come?
So what we found, and the challenge of providing respite for these families is twofold mostly. First is the cost. So most of our families are living on one income, and disposable income just isn't there. Okay. Just money to go spend it, at the beach for the weekend just isn't there. So our purpose is to make these retreats as low cost as possible, even free if it's possible. But then the second thing obviously is for childcare coverage. Right. And so that is typically why we have the moms come on their own and then the dads come on their own if they don't have other family coverage for their loved one. So that's kind of the way that works, because I know that people are going to ask, well, what do you do with your kid? I get it. I understand.
Fair enough.
And that's kind
of a fair question.
Yeah. I mean, and it's one that I have to answer nonstop, and I feel horrible because we can't provide a full solution for every family, but the part that we can realistically, provide, we are. So the way that you register for one of our retreats is on our website. That's at amothersrest.org. We have several pages that people can look at. We have a national retreat calendar page that lists out all of our retreats by state and date. And then we also have a page that's just for the Terrace Guest House, which is our house there in Newmarket, where they can click on any one of those registration links and choose a weekend. Now, I will tell people we book out like a year ahead of time. But
I don't doubt it.
Yeah, but don't be discouraged by that if you're new to a Mother's Rest and you're finding that all of the weekends are booked through all of 2025. And I will take this time really quickly to tell you, utilize our waitlist process. So you can literally go line by line, weekend by weekend, for whichever weekends you think might work for your schedule, and add yourself to the wait list. There's no cost. And we have cancellations for every retreat, and not always last minute. Of course, we're special needs moms and stuff comes up, right? So that's an every week thing, and it's not always last minute. So when we have an opening, I send one email to everybody on the wait list at the same time. And the first person to re-register for the open room gets it. So you really actually have a very high chance of getting a room multiple times throughout the year if you take just a few minutes to go through and add yourself to the wait list on each one of those weekends.
That's a great idea, though. How organized of you, because being able to reach all those people with one email and have people sign up on that wait list for any particular weekend, knowing if they can, especially if it's a mom who's got a partner or spouse that can take, take care of the child for the weekend, any weekend, that would be excellent.
Right.
So how can the community help you to help these caregivers?
I'm so glad you asked. So at our house there in Newmarket, that is the least expensive option of all of our partners. So we function entirely on donations. We do not have any government grants or anything like that. They're all guest donations, or they're community donations from private donors or from Frederick Community Foundation, which has been most generous through the years. It only costs guests $90 to come for the whole 3 nights.
Wow.
And, so, we do that, number one, to make it low cost, but also if you end up having to cancel, it's not a huge loss because it's still a tax deductible donation. But the rest of the cost of running the house and having staff there to reset the house and maintenance and supplies and materials and repairs, all the things that go along with home ownership, okay, it costs us about $100,000 a year. And so we need to make up for about $70,000 to support the whole inn. That's in addition to what the guests pay. So we know there are a lot of generous donors and members of the community out there who may want to either sponsor just one month or sponsor one room for the whole year. We've got lots of different options that people can think about to do that, but that just takes so much pressure off of us and not have to worry about whether we're going to make payroll for the next month.
Right.
Because things are tight, and it's been tough, since COVID and everything, and it's been tight. So we definitely hope that somebody out there is hearing this message and wants to leave a legacy within the community to support these moms.
Yeah. And so I consider myself pretty, I felt like I knew a lot about what was happening in the community. And so do you guys, or have you up until now done any large fundraisers or anything like that? Do you do any outreach? Because I'm just surprised sometimes when I have not heard of somebody. You've been around, you said 8 years. It's just shocking to me sometimes that these little gems are around and I didn't know. So or do you have any events that we can also support, or really the donation goes straight to helping caretakers stay?
So for right now, we really are just looking for straight donations and hoping for sponsorship that way. That after 8 years, especially, it's a good opportunity to say our service model is proven, the demand and the need for what we do and how we provide it is proven. And now we really want to get the community involved to help us continue funding it and make it, just a permanent part of the community.
Yes, 100%. Well, hopefully this raises a little bit of awareness, if nothing else, maybe some donations. Certainly there will be a donation from Good Morning Frederick at the end of March.
Thank you.
Because anyone who purchases Good Morning Frederick merchandise through the month of March, if you buy a $20 t-shirt, $20 goes to the nonprofit. And that goes for everything we sell at 401 North Market Street in downtown Frederick. So you get a little swag, and the nonprofit of the month gets a big hand up and is able to help more families, more caregivers get that little bit of time and breathing space and a little bit of rest that they need in order to keep going for the rest of the year. So we really appreciate this idea that you've brought to our community and other communities as well. And I know it's a lot of work, and we are here to support you 100%.
Appreciate you so much. This opportunity is great just to get to share with folks.
All right. Wow. How unbelievable is a mother's rest? I tell you, I just think it is phenomenal. And I'm so happy to be able to support. All right. Let's talk about who's doing good in our neighborhood. Doing Good in the Neighborhood is sponsored by Dublin Roasters, the Frederick Coffee House fueled by love and positivity. Visit Dublin Roasters at 1780 North Market Street or at dublinroasterscoffee.com, where you can actually order and have coffee delivered right to your door or have it ready for you to pick up anytime. There's also subscription services where you can make sure you're never out of your favorite coffee. dublinroasterscoffee.com. Okay, here comes Erin Lawson. She is with United Way of Frederick County, and we are chatting. I'm just trying to find where she is here. I don't even know what happened to her. Okay, well, I got to pull it up. But we chat about the Unity campaign and their goals for this year. 401 North Market Street. I am with Erin Lawson from United Way of Frederick County.
Yep.
And we are coming up to the Unity campaign.
Yes.
We've been talking about it every day on the show, but I really wanted to give people the scope of how impactful this campaign is for organizations here in Frederick, and how the United Way kind of works to do this every year. So it starts March 5th through the 19th.
Yes. Yep.
And how long has the Unity campaign been going? Do you know?
This is our 11th year.
Oh,
Yep.
wow.
Yeah.
What was the idea behind being this conduit for all these organizations? I wonder how that started.
Yeah, so I know it started with the county, I believe, 11 years ago, and I know Joe Gatewood was really involved with the process. Should surprise no one.
Right.
Now that he's
In fact, I just interviewed him and we were talking about that. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so I think the genesis of it was just everybody has this great need, and it was kind of in this off time of year where folks were needing more of those funds to support their missions. And so let's get everybody together and unify our community and do this one big conglomerate effort.
Yeah. So it is about a 2-week campaign.
Yep.
And there are 37 local organizations that you guys vet.
Yep.
They apply to be a part of it each year?
Yes, so they apply to be a part of it. It's 37 organizations this year, which is the most we've had in any Unity campaign. And they all serve Alice households in our community in one way or another.
Right.
Whether they're supporting children in our community, Alice children, or supporting people with disabilities, really just a wide range of folks in this campaign.
Yeah, and if you don't know, an Alice household is?
Yes, Alice stands for Asset Limited, Income Constrained, and Employed. It makes up about a third of our community.
Yeah, this means this is 2 working parents who, are barely getting by and are really living right below that threshold and needing stuff for their families.
Yeah.
But not qualifying for anything really because they work.
Exactly. It's usually people who are above the poverty level but still can't meet the mark.
Yeah.
The basic cost of living for an individual here in Frederick County is about $50,000. So if you're making over the poverty level but under $50,000, you're still struggling.
Yeah.
And where do you get support?
Exactly.
And that's where our nonprofit community comes in.
And we have great organizations here in Frederick supporting all those families. And so how does the Unity campaign work?
Yeah, so if anyone wants to donate, it's essentially a fundraising and awareness campaign. So anyone who wants to participate and donate can go to unityfrederick.com, and there will be an option to give to one of the 37 organizations, or they can support the match fund. If you give to the match fund, you are really supporting all 37 organizations with one gift. We as United Way raise a match fund. We have 4 awesome sponsors: Osherman Family Foundation, Della Plain Foundation, Natelli Communities, and Randall Family Foundation.
Yeah.
It's a mouthful for all those,
It is.
but they're so wonderful and generous each year.
Yeah.
And because of their gifts, we are able to match every donation that comes in, usually about 10 or 15 cents on the dollar. So it really helps amplify the gifts that come in from the individual donors.
Yeah, and I tell you, as a resident living in Frederick County, you get information about each of the 37 organizations. There's little blurbs about each one and what they do and who they help. So if you were ever looking for maybe your new charity you may want to support, this is a great place to find them. And so then it ramps up. You guys go for 2 weeks, and then you have a big finale.
Yeah, so we'll be celebrating at Frederick Social this year on the 19th from 6 to 8 p.m. So anyone who wants to come and celebrate is welcome to join us. We are the charity on tap donation this month for the month of March, and they're going to have a cocktail and a mocktail with a percentage of those proceeds as well coming to the incentive fund.
Oh, that's fun.
Should be a fun night and a great way to wrap up.
Yeah. So what is your suggestion if somebody has never given to Unity before? Do you have any tips on what they need to do or how they can get involved?
The best thing I could do is say go to unityfrederick.com. There is a tab about halfway down the page that says nonprofits, and they can look at all 37 organizations that are there. Each organization has their own page that talks more about their mission, has photos from their work. So it's really a great, quick snippet of what each of these organizations does. And it's pretty simple from there. There's a button that says Give Today, and you can select the organization or give to multiple organizations.
Yeah. What's the goal this year?
So last year we raised $650,000 for 35 organizations.
Wow.
So we would love to top that this year. We know it's a tough economy right now and things are not exactly where they were a year ago, but we're really, really hoping the nonprofits and Alice households need support more than ever this year. So we would love to top 650.
That's amazing. And are there any top, you can see actually how much each of the organizations gets along the way.
Yeah.
So sometimes you want to help the ones that aren't getting so much, and but you can see how much each one is getting throughout the campaign, which is pretty good.
Some of the organizations are smaller shops. They may only have one person on their staff that's able to do this in addition to their other tasks. So we really try to help them with the marketing efforts. But any donations that come in that are extra that they weren't expecting are always awesome.
On top of that, if you can't give, share the campaign. Go to unityfrederick.com. Share that URL out through your socials. That helps a lot. And it's free to do. It spreads the word about the campaign that it's happening, and they could use your help for sure.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Well, we want to thank Erin and United Way of Frederick County for taking this on and making it bigger and better every year. unityfrederick.com is the website. Get on there and start giving.
Oh, yes. What? 600,000. I think we can do it, Frederick, for sure. Want to say good morning to Sharon. Thanks for joining us today. Remember, even when you miss an episode, you can always go to YouTube and watch it. And you don't have to sit through the whole episodes if you don't want. All the individual segments are also uploaded to YouTube. All right, we thank you for watching today. We'll see you tomorrow at 9, or again, you can watch anytime on YouTube. Have a great day. And let's get out there. Let's be great.